Today's message from God brings encouragement your heart needs. You are much closer than you think. The Lord sees every hidden step you've taken, every quiet effort, and every moment you wondered if anything was moving at all. He wants you to know that the breakthrough you've been praying for is nearer than your feelings suggest. Even when progress seems invisible, He is aligning everything perfectly. This is His word for you today. Don't give up. Your moment is closer than you realize. There is something I need you to know before you go any further with your day, before you sink back into the noise and the distractions. Something is shifting in the spiritual realm as you hear these words. You cannot see it yet, but I am moving pieces into place that will change everything. Stay with me until the end of this message. What I am about to reveal will confirm what your spirit has been sensing. This is your moment. I see you. I see the exhaustion you try to hide behind a smile. I see the way you keep going even when you do not feel strong. I see the nights you have spent wondering if anyone notices, if anyone cares, if your life even matters. Let me be clear. You matter to me. Not because of what you accomplish, not because of how well you perform. You matter because you are mine, and I do not abandon what belongs to me. You have been feeling like you are invisible, like your voice does not carry weight, like your presence does not make a difference. That is a lie whispered by an enemy who fears what you will become when you realize who you truly are. I am about to shatter that lie, because what I see when I look at you is not what you see when you look in the mirror. I see royalty. I see purpose. I see a warrior who has been fighting battles that no one else knows about, and I am so proud of you. You have been through something recently that broke you in ways you cannot explain to others. It was not just a disappointment. It was not just a setback. It felt like a betrayal, like the ground beneath you gave way. You have been trying to rebuild, trying to find your footing, trying to convince yourself that you are okay. But late at night, when the distractions fade, the pain comes back. The questions come back. The doubt comes back, and you wonder if you will ever feel whole again. I need you to hear this. What broke you did not destroy you. It prepared you. I allowed that shattering because there were things inside you that needed to be released. Dreams you were too afraid to name. Strength you did not know you possessed. Faith that could only be forged in fire. You have been walking through the refining process, and I know it has been excruciating. But you are not the same person you were when this began. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are closer to me. And you are about to see why all of this was necessary. There is someone in your life who has hurt you deeply. Someone you trusted. Someone you believed would never turn against you. The wound they left is still fresh. And every time you think you have healed, something reminds you of what they did. You have been asking me why. Why did I let them hurt you? Why did I not protect you? Why did I not stop them before the damage was done? Those questions have been circling in your mind, and the silence has felt unbearable. But I was never silent. I was holding you through every moment of that pain. And I'm about to show you that even their betrayal is part of a plan you cannot yet see. What they meant for your harm, I am turning into your greatest testimony. The pain they caused is becoming the platform from which you will speak hope into the lives of others who have been betrayed. The isolation you felt is teaching you to find your worth in me alone, not in the approval or loyalty of people who were never meant to stay. I am repositioning you, and the place I am taking you requires that you travel light, free from the weight of toxic relationships, free from the need to be understood by those who were never meant to understand you. But here's what I need you to know. Forgiveness is not optional. I'm not asking you to excuse what they did. I'm not asking you to pretend it did not hurt, but I am asking you to release them. Because as long as you hold on to that bitterness, you are chained to the very person who wounded you. I want you free, completely free. And freedom begins when you hand me the right to justice and trust that I will handle what you cannot. Now, let me take you deeper. There is something you have been dreaming about for years, something that lights you up when you think about it, a vision of what your life could be, a picture of the person you could become. But somewhere along the way, you stopped believing it was possible. Life got hard, doors closed, people told you it was unrealistic, and slowly you buried that dream. You told yourself it was foolish. You convinced yourself that wanting it was setting yourself up for disappointment. So you settled. You adjusted your expectations. You learned to live with less. But I never forgot that dream because I was the one who planted it in your heart. It was never just wishful thinking. It was a seed of destiny. And even though you buried it, even though you tried to move on, it has been growing underground. Roots have been spreading in the dark. Foundations have been forming beneath the surface. And now in this season, that dream is about to break through the soil. You are going to see the first sign soon. A conversation, an opportunity, a sudden shift that makes you realize I have been working this whole time. Do not dismiss the small beginnings. Do not despise the tiny shoots that appear fragile. Every mighty tree started as a seed that looked insignificant. I am not asking you to have all the answers. I am not asking you to figure out the entire path. I am asking you to take the next step. Just one step and then another, and I will meet you in every single one. Here is what most people do not understand. The waiting was never wasted. Every delay had a purpose. I was not withholding your dream because I did not care. I was preparing you to carry it. There is a weight that comes with fulfilled purpose, a responsibility that comes with answered prayers. And if I had given you what you asked for when you first asked for it, it would have crushed you. You are not ready, but you are becoming ready. And the moment you are fully prepared, I will release what I have been holding in reserve. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who planted a garden. He tilled the soil, planted the seeds, and watered them faithfully. But weeks went by and nothing appeared above the ground. His neighbors mocked him. They said he was wasting his time. They said the seeds were dead. They said he should give up and move on. But the man kept watering, not because he could see results, but because he trusted the process. And then one day, a single green shoot broke through the soil. Then another, and within weeks, the garden was flourishing. The same neighbors who mocked him came to ask for produce. And the man smiled because he knew that the harvest always comes to those who do not give up in the season of waiting. Let me tell you about another person, a woman named Elena who had been praying for her marriage for 11 years. 11 years of feeling invisible to her husband. 11 years of being dismissed, ignored, taken for granted. 11 years of pouring love into a relationship that seemed to give nothing back. Her friends told her to leave. Her family said she was wasting her time. Even her own heart started to doubt whether things would ever change. But Elena knew something that others did not understand. She knew that I specialize in transforming hearts. She knew that what seems impossible to human effort is simple for divine intervention. So she kept praying. Not angry prayers, not demanding prayers, but prayers of faith. Prayers that trusted my timing, even when my timing made no sense. And then it happened. One ordinary morning, her husband woke up differently. Something had shifted in the spiritual realm while they slept. He looked at her with eyes she had not seen in over a decade. Tender eyes, grateful eyes. He apologized for years of neglect. He wept for the pain he had caused. And from that day forward, their marriage was transformed. Not because Elena nagged him into change, not because circumstances forced his hand, but because I touched his heart. Because Elena's prayers broke through. Because faith in the unseen produced results in the seen. That same power that transformed Elena's husband is available for your situation. That same God who changes hearts is ready to move on your behalf. You have not been praying in vain. You have not been hoping for anything. The change you have been seeking is closer than you think. You are that man. You are Elena. You have been watering seeds in secret. You have been faithful when no one was watching. You have been sowing in tears, believing that one day you would reap in joy. And I am here to tell you, the harvest is coming. Not someday, not eventually, soon. You are closer than you think. Do not stop now. But I need to address something else. There is a fear living inside you, a fear that you do not talk about. It is the fear that you are too late, that you missed your moment, that the best years of your life are behind you and all that is left is regret. You look at where you are and compare it to where you thought you would be, and the gap feels unbearable. You see others succeeding, thriving, moving forward, and you wonder what is wrong with you. Why them and not you? Why does everyone else seem to have it figured out while you are still struggling to find your footing? Let me dismantle that lie right now. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are exactly where I need you to be at this moment. The timeline you created in your mind was never my timeline. You planned your life based on what you could see. I have been working since eternity. I see the entire picture. I see how every delay, every detour, every closed door is setting you up for something greater than you could have planned for yourself. Your story is not over. It is just beginning. There are people who started before you who will finish after you. There are people who look successful on the outside who are empty on the inside. There are people who got what they wanted only to discover it was not what they needed. But you are being led on a different path, a path that does not make sense to human logic, a path that requires faith, not formulas, a path that will leave you with a testimony so powerful that people will know it could only have been me. Stop comparing your chapter 6 to someone else's chapter 20. You do not know what they walked through to get where they are. You do not know what they sacrificed, what they lost, what they are still battling in private. Run your own race. Stay in your own lane and trust that I am directing your steps even when the road does not look like you expected. Now listen closely. I am about to reveal something that has been hidden. There is a door in front of you. You cannot see it yet, but it is there. It is a door that leads to the next season of your life. A season of favor, a season of increase, a season where things that used to be hard will become easy, where provision will flow without striving, where relationships will be healthy and life-giving, where your gifts will be celebrated, not criticized, where you will finally feel at home in your own skin. This door has been locked and you have not had the key, but I do. In the coming days, I am going to hand you that key. It will come in a form you do not expect. It might look like a conversation with a stranger. It might look like an idea that suddenly clicks. It might look like an invitation you were not seeking. Do not dismiss it. Do not second guess it.
Do not let fear talk you out of stepping through when the door swings open, because on the other side of that door is everything you have been praying for. Not in the exact form you imagined, but in the form that will bring you the deepest fulfillment. And while you walk toward that door, I am closing others behind you. Doors that lead to relationships that are draining you. Doors that lead to opportunities that would have distracted you from your true calling. Doors that lead to versions of yourself that I never intended. You might feel the loss of those closed doors. You might grieve what could have been. But trust me, I am saving you from paths that would have led to destruction. Every closed door is an act of mercy.
Let me pause here and let you breathe. I know this is a lot. I know you came into this moment feeling heavy, and I am asking you to carry hope when hope feels risky. But hope is not wishful thinking. Hope is a confident expectation based on my character, and my character does not change. I have never failed anyone who put their trust in me. Not once, not ever. And I am not about to start with you. You are not an exception to my goodness. You are not the one person I will forget. You are not too broken, too late, too far gone, or too ordinary. You are mine, and I take care of what is mine. I do not do things halfway. When I commit, I follow through. And I committed to you before you even knew my name. I know there are moments when you feel like your prayers bounce off the ceiling, like I am not listening, like I have moved on to more important people with more impressive problems. That is the enemy's favorite lie, because if he can convince you that I do not hear you, he can convince you to stop talking to me. And the moment you stop talking to me, you start listening to him. Do not give him that power. I hear you. Every prayer, every whisper, every groan that is too deep for words, I hear it all. And I am answering in ways you will soon recognize. There is a shift happening in the spiritual realm right now. Can you feel it? It is subtle, but it is real. The atmosphere around your life is changing. Things that felt stuck are beginning to loosen. People who were against you are losing their influence. Walls that seemed immovable are starting to crack. I am moving on your behalf, and the evidence is about to become undeniable. Something that has been stolen from you is being returned. I am not just talking about material things, though. That might be part of it. I am talking about joy, peace, confidence, vision, time, relationships, health, things the enemy took when you were not looking. Things you did not even realize were missing until you felt the emptiness. I am restoring it all. Not because you earned it, not because you did everything right, but because I am a God of restoration. It is who I am. And when I restore, I do not just give back what was lost. I give more. I multiply. I add years to your life and life to your years. You are about to enter a season where people look at you and ask, what happened? They will notice a change they cannot explain, a lightness in your spirit, a clarity in your eyes, a confidence in your step. And when they ask, you will know exactly what to say. God happened. God showed up. God kept his promises. God did what only he could do. And your testimony will become a catalyst for someone else's breakthrough. I want to tell you specifically what is coming. Not vague promises, not general encouragement, specific declarations over your life. Your health is turning around. The symptoms that have been plaguing you are losing their grip. The conditions that have worried you are responding to my healing touch. Energy is returning to your body. Strength is flooding into your limbs. Clarity is coming back to your mind. I am the God who heals all your diseases, and I am healing you right now. Your finances are shifting. The drought is ending. The pressure is lifting. Doors of provision that have been closed are swinging open. Opportunities that you did not seek are seeking you. Resources that seemed impossible are becoming available. I am releasing blessings over your financial life, and you will see the evidence soon. Your relationships are being restored. The distance between you and the people you love is shrinking. The walls that have been built are coming down. The silence that has been deafening is about to be broken. Reconciliation is on the way. Healing is coming to your family. Connection is returning to your friendships. I am the God of relationship, and I am mending what has been torn. Your purpose is becoming clear. The confusion that has clouded your vision is dissipating. The questions that have tormented you are being answered. You will know what to do and when to do it. My guidance will be unmistakable. My direction will be precise. I am illuminating your path, and soon you will walk in complete clarity. These are not wishes. These are not many. These are prophetic words spoken over your life by the one who holds your future in his hands. Receive them, believe them, watch them manifest. But before we get there, I need to deal with something that is blocking your progress. It is not external. It is internal. It is the voice in your head that tells you that you are not enough. The voice that replays your failures on a loop. The voice that magnifies your flaws and minimizes your strengths. The voice that whispers, you will never change, never grow, never become who you are meant to be. That voice is not mine. I do not speak to my children that way. That voice is the voice of the accuser, and he has been lying to you for far too long. Here is the truth. You are not defined by your worst moments. You are not disqualified by your mistakes. You are not stuck in the version of yourself that you hate. I am making you new. Not someday, not after you get your act together. Right now, in this very moment, you are being transformed. And the more you behold me, the more you become like me. Stop staring at your flaws. Stop rehearsing your failures. Fix your eyes on me and watch what happens. I am not disappointed in you. I am not frustrated with you. I am not waiting for you to finally get it right before I move on your behalf. I am already moving, already working, already orchestrating circumstances you cannot see. And one day soon, you are going to look back and realize that every single thing, good and bad, was part of a master plan designed to bring you to the place I always intended. Let me tell you another story. There was a woman who lived in a small village. She had a dream to build a school for children who had no access to education. But she had no money, no connections, no support. People told her it was impossible. They told her to be realistic. They told her to stop wasting her time. But she did not stop. She started with one child. She taught that child under a tree. Then 2 children came, then 5, then 10. Word spread. A wealthy traveler passed through the village and saw what she was doing. He was so moved that he funded the construction of a school building. Within 5 years, hundreds of children were being educated. And it all started with one woman who refused to let impossibility define her reality. You are that woman. You have been faithful in small things. You have been planting seeds even when you could not see how they would grow. And I am about to send someone into your life who will resource what I have placed in your heart. This is not a fairy tale. This is how I work. I connect the faithful with the fruitful. I bring the dreamers and the doers into alignment. And you are about to experience that divine connection. But let me be honest with you, the journey ahead will not be easy. I am not offering you a life of comfort. I am offering you a life of purpose.
And purpose always costs something. It will cost you relationships that are built on convenience instead of conviction. It will cost you the approval of people who do not understand your calling. It will cost you the luxury of playing small and staying safe. But what you gain will be worth everything you release. You will gain freedom. You will gain an impact. You will gain a legacy that outlives you. Do you trust me? I mean, really trust me. Not just when things make sense, but when they do not. Not just when I move quickly, but when I move slowly. Not just when the path is clear, but when it is shrouded in fog. Trust is not blind optimism. Trust is a decision to believe my character even when you cannot see my hand. And I am asking you to trust me now in this season, in this moment, with this decision, with this relationship, with this dream, with this fear. Trust me. I want to talk to you about something uncomfortable. There is a person you need to forgive. I already mentioned them earlier, but I need to go deeper. You have been holding on to unforgiveness like a shield, thinking it protects you. But it does not protect you. It poisons you. Every time you replay what they did, you give them power over your present. Every time you imagine confronting them, you rehearse pain instead of healing. Every time you justify your bitterness, you build a prison around your own heart. I want you free, and freedom requires forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about them. It is about you. It is about cutting the cord that keeps you tied to the past. It is about releasing the weight that you were never meant to carry. You think forgiveness means what they did was okay. It does not. You think forgiveness means they get away with it. They do not. I am the judge. I see what they did, and I will handle it in my way and in my time. But I need you to let go. Not for their sake, for yours. Here is what I will do when you forgive. I will heal the wound they caused. I will restore what they stole. I will turn your pain into purpose. I will use your story to set others free. But I cannot do that while you are still gripping the offense. Open your hand, let it go, and watch what I do with your obedience. Now, let me shift the atmosphere, because there is something fierce rising in me, and I need you to feel it. There is an enemy who has been attacking you. He has been whispering lies, orchestrating setbacks, and trying to convince you that you are defeated. But he has made a critical mistake. He has underestimated who you belong to. He thought if he hit you hard enough, you would quit. He thought if he isolated you long enough, you would give up. He thought if he delayed your breakthrough long enough, you would stop believing. But he was wrong. You are still here, still standing, still believing, still praying. And that terrifies him. Because he knows what I know. You are dangerous. Not because of your strength, but because of mine working through you. Not because of your perfection, but because of my grace covering you. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you are willing to obey even when you do not understand. And that kind of faith moves mountains. Let me tell you something about your warfare. You have been fighting battles you did not start. You have been under attack for things that were not your fault. Generational curses have been passed down. Spiritual assignments have been issued against your family line. Demonic strategies have been deployed to stop your destiny before you could even discover it. But you are still here. Despite everything that was designed to destroy you, you survived. And that is not coincidence. That is divine protection. There was a woman named Maria who grew up in a household of addiction. Her parents struggled, her grandparents struggled, her great-grandparents struggled. It was a pattern that seemed unbreakable. Everyone assumed Maria would follow the same path. The enemy certainly planned for it. Spirits of addiction waited for their chance to attach to her just as they had attached to generations before her. But Maria encountered me, not through a dramatic experience, through a simple invitation from a friend to attend a gathering where my presence was real. And in that moment, something shifted in the spiritual realm. The generational curse that had gripped her family for decades was broken. The pattern that seemed inevitable was interrupted. The destiny that was supposed to be destroyed was restored. Maria has been free for 23 years now. Her children have never known addiction. The curse that was supposed to continue for another generation stopped with her. Because when you come to me, I do not just deal with your personal issues. I deal with the generational patterns that have been following your bloodline. I break what has been passed down. I serve what has been inherited. I establish a new legacy through you. This is what I am doing in your life. The patterns that have plagued your family are being broken through you. The cycles that have repeated for generations are ending with you. The curses that have followed your bloodline are being severed by my blood. You are the transitional generation. You are the one who changes everything for those who come after you. The enemy did not count on you encountering me, but you did. And now everything changes. So let me speak directly to the forces that have been opposing you. Every spirit of fear that has been tormenting you, I break your power right now. Every lie that has been replaying in your mind, I silence it. Every plan that has been set against this person, I dismantle it. Every door the enemy tried to close, I was ripping it off the hinges. Every attack that was meant to destroy, I am turning it into a setup for promotion. You have no authority here. This child is mine, and you will not touch what belongs to me. Did you feel that shift? Something just broke in the spiritual realm. A chain that was wrapped around your mind, gone. A weight that was pressing on your chest, lifted. A shadow that was following you, scattered. I just went to war on your behalf, and the victory is already won. You do not have to fight this battle. You just have to stand and watch me fight for you. Now look at your life. Look at where you were a year ago. Look at what you have survived. Look at the battles you have won that no one else knows about. Look at the growth that has happened beneath the surface. My beloved child, hold this truth in your heart. You are closer than you realize. What I've prepared for you is drawing near, and every step you take is guided by my hand. Keep moving forward with faith. Your breakthrough is on its way. If this message encourages you, please like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next word God has for you.